figure it out.
I mean, our levels are right. He can take the rest from there.
From the top, make it drop. Why does it look different now?
No, it's
No, that should be good. The levels
yeah,
are good.
we're good. He can
Because he can also increase them to make them sound.
Do you want to shut off your?
Oh yeah.
My bad.
Wet ass Gussy. Gussy.
But
Dussy.
there wasn't even no interesting like Facebook debate topics going on this week, so really nothing. I think we should just go with the list and whatever.
Talk about Franco.
Bro, getting canceled.
Y'all could talk about that. Yeah, he big.
He's a wild boy. I told him too. I'm like, Franco, you can't be saying shit like that, bro. I'm like, you need like.
Up to my people, do you know on Facebook? I was like, man, I'm just ignoring.
Then I seen like I'm a follower of his. I'm like, fuck, you're gonna cancel me by association.
That's why I don't follow him.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, I gotta unfollow him.
Franco's
Sorry,
been that
Franco.
way since I've known him though. Like
Hell
he's just been an oddball. I'm gonna
He's-
just put it at that.
He's a free spirit.
I told him he needs
He's definitely a free
sensitivity training, man. Because
He don't give two fucks.
no, he don't. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start calling you Trump Jr. For real.
I'm not European.
Oh yeah, he'd probably hate you for saying that.
I don't know. He's just an interesting cat to
Do
me.
you think it's more disrespectful to call white people crackers or Europeans?
I mean, European is their descent, so I don't really find it like disrespectful. I think cracker because again, it's a nomenclature. Cracker.
But if I call Ivan black, I gotta call a white person cracker though, right?
No, I mean no.
Man, I don't know. I see Eric like, what's up, cracker?
I seen
See,
this.
I know.
funny
Say,
ass
what's up,
video,
Blackie?
though, on TikTok. This lady, I guess, walked in and gave she called this white waiter a Negro, and he looked so stunned. Did you guys see that TikTok?
No.
I'm gonna have to send it to you guys. Yeah, she called him a Negro. Asked him where he looked around for a second because he was like really disturbed that she called him a Negro, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm talking to you." And then she asked where the bathroom was at and called him a boy.
Oh, God.
And he was taken back. And then when he gave her directions, she tipped him a quarter.
What the
My
fuck?
gosh.
And then she walked out after using the bath. I don't know why. I thought the reverse psychology was funny. It's fucked up, but it's funny.
Yeah. There's another guy on TikTok. He like goes around in like Walmarts and he'll like, hand me that shirt, boy. They look at him like, what? Yeah, give me that shirt, boy. He'd be like, oh no, you got the wrong one today. I'm like, oh shit.
Okay, you know what? Here's an even better question. I think I'm gonna go around. Ash, how would you respond to that if you're working on a job and somebody came up to you and called you boy?
I'm working at my job and they say that to me.
Yeah,
That's my last day.
Probably.
Probably.
I know
No,
where G stands.
I'll probably just like be at shock at first. I'm like, he didn't say that for real. Like once you keep repeating it, I'm like, yeah, you might want to walk away, sir, ma'am, whatever you want to be identified as.
Whatever you are.
Yeah,
It, they, she.
whatever. Yeah.
John, say if you're back at your B-Dubs days hosting and I come up to you or somebody comes up to you and calls you a Negro, asks you where the bathroom man tips you a quarter, how you reacting to that?
Well, for me not being, not being black, and I can't really relate. But if I could just go back to that, if I was ever that color and like, bro, I would. Yeah, that would not be cool. Especially if it was like the tone, like it's all in the tone.
That's really
the
what it
delivery.
is, a tone. Yeah, you can't say it.
If it's delivered like, if it's some old dude and it's just kind of like he's like, "Hey boy, can you help me out or something?" Like if it's not derogatory, I think it would be different. But again, I'm also the white person here, so
Yeah, but you're a grown ass man. Like, don't tell me, boy. Hand me something, boy.
I really don't like the word bud. Don't call me bud. I hate that, buddy. Hey, buddy, you want to help me out? No, I don't. Like,
Damn, for real. I say buddy all the time.
no, like at work. If I was at work, we'd
Oh,
be like,
okay.
"Hey, buddy, you want to grab me some ketchup?" Like, no, I don't. I'm not your buddy.
What's worse though, being called buddy or guy? Hey, guy.
I call a lot of people guy.
Yeah, for real.
That's my guy.
What's
I'm
up,
not
guy?
your buddy guy. I'm not your guy, buddy.
Like the girl at Convenient when I go in, I'm like, what's up, girl? She's like, what's up, guy?
Nice. There you go.
But she's kind of older, so I think she kind of like,
Yeah.
it don't rub her the wrong way.
Yeah. Any sexual tension between that guy and girls?
Who?
Discussion? No.
Oh, no, I'm about to say she's old. She's probably like
trying to work
60
out a
All right,
fantasy.
man. You trying to get that gum?
No, I'm okay. She's too skinny for an old lady.
Damn.
I mean, she been taking care of herself.
I mean, yeah, but
She ain't obese.
there ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not skinny shaming or nothing. No,
She might be malnourished, man. You don't know.
True,
She just
true.
like if she bends the wrong way, she might break it. I don't want to be held responsible.
I mean, you can pop it back in place too.
I could, but fuck, I mean, what if she just
Dr. Perez.
blow her back out? Literally, she's like, oh, I can't move.
She might call her insurance on you, like, hey,
For
look,
real.
he broke me. Found the claim against him.
Okay, so I'm not on social media right now, as you guys may know. So what's going on, like,
Nothing.
in the world?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I don't know, man.
Did you start recording?
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right. I'm kind of used to having it up here. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have the capabilities like Jacob.
Oh yeah! Shout out to Jake.
Oh, yeah.
Psych.
Psych.
Shout out to Jacob. Not psych. But and happy birthday, Shanta. Hope you had a great birthday weekend.
Happy birthday. Happy belated, because I'm late for that. But, yeah, happy birthday to her. And Jacob is out, so it's just the four of us today. And we have some topics, and I think Cliff had sent them in our group chat. Let me see if I can pull them up. So we wanted to talk. First thing was about the preseason football, of course.
Repping and stepping already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hey,
peed.
did they play yet?
Yeah, we played Thursday actually.
you
I think we were the first game. Yeah, we won 21 straight preseason games.
Oh,
Yeah, you
no
guys are
shit.
on a streak right
Yeah,
now.
we like have the longest streak ever.
Preseason champs.
Yeah, lit that ass though. 3 years in a row.
Gotta give it to him.
But I mean, that comes down to a lot of good coaching though. If you think about it, and like just preparation and just all the like the little things that go in behind the scenes. For 21 straight games, that's a low key a lot, and you're playing like new people every year, like
Right, yeah, because you're trying to fill your roster. So, like,
Yeah.
even like preseason, like, so those players, like, they're not guaranteed spots. These are like people fighting for
Right.
second string, third string, right?
Some of these people make like the practice squad and like that type of shit, but yeah, most of these people like probably after like the third and the fourth quarter, it'd be like no name people, like nobody really,
Yeah.
And you gotta go hard.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
You do. And that's why I kind of like watching the preseason games, because it just kind of, there's a little more grit to it. I mean, I was watching somebody that, maybe like Michael Thomas. They were like, when I'm in the preseason, like I'm gonna get on the field and off the field. That's my goal. It's not going hard. It's gonna just get in there and get out.
Get back in the motion of
Yeah.
Well, he
yeah.
missed all the last year though, so that's why he probably don't want to go too hard. He definitely missed all the last.
You know, but a guy that's working, maybe a 9 to 5, and he's like, "Fuck, I want to get in the NFL." He's
Undrafted.
or like
shit.
the one dude the Browns let try out. He was like living in his car or whatever.
yeah, whatever happened to him.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I know.
What was his name? I wonder what his
I'm
name.
not too sure.
I just remember Odell lending him his shoes, and then he like had a kick return for like almost like 100 yards. I'm like, okay,
Wow.
Trying to pop off the screen on the film.
For real.
Oh.
Feel that.
I just seen the video though yesterday. He was with what's his name? Lopez, the boxer. I can't ever pronounce it. Theo Female or whatever.
Damn.
Yeah, I seen he went to his boxing match last night. There was boxing and UFC on yesterday. That shit was pretty lit.
okay. So who y'all got going into the season as far as team wise? Of course, you got the Ravens. Is there a secondary team?
Yeah, we should all get a second.
My secondary team that will, I think, fly under the radar might be either A, the Dolphins, or B, the 49ers.
Yeah, because Trey was looking nice.
Trey be looking like he be slinging that hoe. He looking like Patty out there, no cap.
Really?
Threw a
No
nice
shit.
76-yarder yesterday.
Oh, no wonder they're talking about trading him, Jimmy G. Because
yeah.
like, fuck, we don't need you no more.
I mean, well, that's what they did with Alex Smith when Patty was there. Patty just 1 year off. You seen what he been doing since.
For me, I don't know. I can't say that Tom Brady isn't going to do something this year, but I can't say confidently that he will also, though, because it's like,
This last year.
but they did bring in Julio Jones, right?
Yes.
Hard
They
to.
got
It's kinda
Julio,
hard,
Mike
but
Evans,
I'm
and Godwin.
I'm a big Tom Brady fan, so that's kind of, he's always been my secondary team, like wherever he was. It was the Patriots for a very long time, and the Browns for me, honestly, I had high hopes for them the last couple of years. I was like 10-6, and then last year I said 10-6 is a failure if we had that little of wins, and so now this year my expectations are very low. I ain't gonna lie. I'm
just taking one game at a time.
I think it all depends on the suspension too.
just showing
if
suspension.
That's really factoring in
If
right
he
now.
can
Like,
get the 6 games like they originally stated, I think they'll be fine. I think they still win almost 10 games, like you were saying.
I don't.
9-9. It just depends
Yeah.
though. I mean, if you go 0-6, those that he's out,
When he's
or
out.
0-8 or whatever. I don't hope that happens, but
Yeah,
it's gonna be hard to bounce back from that.
yeah, for sure.
I got a great question for the Browns fans because let's be real. I feel like they've had a 3-year window. Last year, they have this year, and maybe next year as a real Super Bowl window. If this year goes bad, do you think the people, personnel on the team will even give it till next year to compete for a Super Bowl, or do you think people will slowly start trying to leak out of the organization?
We should stop doing that though. As like Browns fans, like we give people one shot. If you don't do it in the year, you're out. Like you gotta give people time to develop. So like,
then I also feel that like Nick Chubb is someone that's he's in his prime right now, and he's one of the best backs ever
in the league.
And Garrett.
And Garrett, and it's like almost like we kind of are wasting. It's like we really have to. This year has to be. Last year was this has to be it. Now it's like, well, we hit the reset on a quarterback.
I don't think they start shipping out players. I think they start shipping out like
coaches and shit.
like,
someone
ups.
said, Stefanski, is he like on the hot seat because it's been his team. He did win us a playoff game 2 years ago. But what'd you do for me now?
Right.
What are you doing for me now?
Maybe like a new OC or
Treat it like y'all did Baker. He only won one playoff game. Y'all need more. That's exactly what y'all stuck to him. Stick it to the quarterback who helped him win Coach of the Year.
True.
Because that was the quarterback that did that.
Yeah. I guess my secondary team would be the Saints.
there you go.
I'm gonna follow them. James Winston and Jarvis Landry now plays for the Saints again.
Oh, does he?
Yep.
Nice.
And they signed Tyrann Mathieu, I think.
For real?
I think
Oh, they
so.
gonna be nice.
And
on
who's
defense.
the wide receiver from Ohio State? They just
Michael
drafted him?
Thomas, that's what you were saying.
No, him and Wilson.
Olave.
Oh, Olave,
Yeah.
dude, he looks nice.
Dog.
So they're pretty much a quarterback away from being like supreme
Nick
again.
Jameis was on pace to do some numbers last year before he
was.
blew his knee out. I had him on my fantasy team. Boy.
But didn't he get hurt also like in practice this year?
No,
already?
I think he hurt his knee. Oh, I don't know about if he got hurt already this year. I know he blew his knee out last year.
Okay. I thought I'd seen a report like that. I hope not because I like Jameis. But yeah, eat the dubs. Eat the dubs.
Bro, that's so funny that eat the dub thing. Like they were like, he's 0 something after that post. And it's like,
Is he?
oh yeah. Every time he loses, they're like, he's 2-25 after that post or something.
You know why he's eating the W of the next game?
And
He left himself
pre-ordered
nothing on the plate.
Yeah.
For me, I'm off the bandwagon of the Browns until they replace the quarterback helm. Sorry, Browns Nation. We have a secondary team. That's just my opinion, how I feel. I'll be back when y'all are actually stable, but I'm rolling with Joey B.
I was gonna.
Hey, there you go.
I
that's
got
a good.
to. So I'm going down to Cincinnati. I'm right down the road. I didn't leave Ohio, okay? So I'm going to roll with them in my secondary team. I'm going to follow the quarterback who got us a playoff win, Baker, because I still have high hopes for him.
Me too.
It goes back to what Osh said. You can't really be judging somebody based on 1 year. And again, yes, he had a big body of work, but last year I feel like we judged him off of an injured year.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Asterisk year. That's an asterisk year.
And again, I think like this year, Baker's going to come out playing how Baker is supposed to be playing, and show the Browns like this is what you guys are missing.
Yeah, it's kind of split. There's a lot of social media where it's like people are like, "Yup, rooting for him." I'm on the same boat. I'm rooting for him. And there's a lot of people who are like, "He's going to do the same bullshit he was doing here." Like same. I'm like, damn. There's two sides of it.
Yeah, but I feel like the media's been split, and let's just be real, ever since he got here. And I think most people who are real just Ohio fans never got over the whole Ohio State planting the flag thing.
Yeah.
I am a victim of that. I cannot lie to you.
See?
I am a victim of that. I low-key don't like him because of that shit.
See? So with
Dead
that
ass.
being
Ain't nobody
said,
playing that fucking stamp on our shit like that.
and he did.
And
he
after
went-
we stomped them the year before that too, it's like, oh, you want to get some get back now? All right, we got you. Fool. You lucky you going to the league. You would have came back out here and got your ass busted, boy.
And let me do a quick analogy. And these players are not on the same playing field at all, so do not get offended. But that's almost like the Ravens not wanting to give Lamar his money because he was pretty much sick last year and he had an injury-riddled roster. So we should get rid of Lamar because there's an injury-riddled roster.
No,
He
I
wasn't feeling
wouldn't
good.
say it's more like that. I was telling him earlier before you got here. He doesn't have an agent.
Oh, I know. He
So-
represents himself and his mom.
Right, so I think if he had like a Rich Paul, like I was saying, he would have like a $900 million deal.
Rich Paul tap in.
No, I completely agree with that. I'm just saying from an organizational point of view, if they wanted to get rid of him after an injury-riddled year, how goofy would the Ravens look? Hella goofy, right? Because you're judging him on a bad roster year and he's injured.
Yes, yeah, our whole team is injured. Yeah, so I mean, you can't really base it off that. Would they look?
It had to be like a combination of a whole bunch.
But Huntley, I mean, it's not a bad backup. So I mean, if you were to tell me that he could go out there and win me 7 to 8, 9 games, I would take that. Knowing that I might not have Lamar no more, but you would have to give me something like some superstar wide receiver or somebody like DN or some to compensate it. But
Yeah, I do feel like the Ravens don't have receivers. Like they had Hollywood Brown. I think he's gone now.
Traded him to
Arizona.
and then he got fucking arrested out there.
No shit.
Yep, speeding tickets, doing like
And
120.
And he was like that when that was like 2 years ago. He broke out. Him and Lamar had that like really good connection. And then I don't think Lamar's really had instead of Mark Andrews as tight end. That's it.
Well, they both had 1,000 yards last year, so it was the first time that we had 1,000-yard tight end. And I think it was our third in history, 1,000-yard wide receiver.
No shit.
And like the
who's
first
who's
one
wide receiver?
Who Marquise Brown had 1,000.
Oh, is he? Wait, is he still on the?
No, he's played. That's what I'm saying. He plays for Arizona. Who's the other two? Steve Smith did it when we got him from Carolina, and then I want to say.
Yeah, I got you. I was saying as far as like, so Brown's gone though now.
Yeah.
When did he get traded? Just recently though.
The draft.
This offseason.
Oh,
No, he got drafted. He got traded on the draft night.
Okay, I thought he was off the team last year.
No.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
Why would you trade him then?
He dropped so many balls, man, last year, dude. The only reason Justin Tucker kicked a 66-yarder is because he dropped 2 fucking touchdowns that goddamn game.
Damn.
So,
Man, do y'all see Tucker's deal? It's actually kind of disrespectful.
$24 million
For 4 years?
4 years, $6 million a year.
for a kicker, that's the most kickers I've gotten.
Yeah,
Really?
That's the most.
But
he's the most accurate, and he's the best in the league.
we're seeing some bum ass. No offense, like some bum ass like NBA players getting $6 million, $10 million a year, sitting there riding the bench.
Oh, trust me,
It's
I've been
different.
having this issue with like the bigger leagues. Again, I love NFL, love NBA, but it's like I get paying who we're mainly watching all the time big dollars because they're always putting their body on the line. But I'm gonna take Patrick McCall, even though I know he's out of the league. But like, why was he getting paid anywhere from $6 to $10 million to ride the bench? Because if I was, that means I can teach my son, hey, you ain't got to be as good as LeBron James,
You just gotta get there.
but just get there and just be a good practice squad member, and you're guaranteed, a couple minutes a game, and you get paid, double figures in the millions. Like what?
That was like me last
What?
week saying I'm a good long fellow. Yeah, long fellow. I was a good
Oh yeah, you did say good practice player.
Practice player. Be a good practice player.
Or you can even teach one of your kids to be a kicker, because now with that being out there, like, you know what, son, you ain't even got to risk your body. You will get an iPad, and your goal is just to kick it through the beams. And get paid.
I don't know. I just when I seen it, I was like, he's the best I've ever seen kicker.
Facts.
And it's like he's only got $6 million a year. I feel like that's just low for him. I just feel like it's low.
It's low in the aspect of you hear like all these crazy ass numbers and shit. Yeah, but there's cap restrictions, so I don't think you can cash out on the kicker like the way you can on the quarterback.
Yeah, because I think doesn't both the NFL and NFLPA like actually look at the contracts, and they have to approve them before even getting in?
I believe so.
And that's what he means by the cap. Like, say if they wanted to give him $10 million a year, they might laugh at it at the union, like, no, we don't pay kickers this
Because
much.
then like
And the same thing with Deshaun Watson.
Yep.
You know,
Like now everybody's mad because they done cashed out 200 and whatever million guaranteed. And now like Lamar, that's what he wants now. If he's getting all that money guaranteed, and I'm just as good as he is, I mean, I should be getting somewhere in this frame. And then you see like Kyler Murray's deal. You seen who else signed the deal?
For Lamar, I agree. He should, though. He's an MVP early. He's looking like he's going to win a Super Bowl within the next few years.
I feel like he's gonna win another one last year, bro. When he got hurt, he had more total yards than 8 different teams. Rushing and passing.
Max Kellerman brought this up like maybe 5 years ago, and I thought it was like genius. I think like after what the Browns did, setting a new precedent, I think there does need to be a separate cap space for quarterbacks. Like, quarterbacks are in their own league, and they don't affect the cap, because once you pay your quarterback, you're pretty much going to have a depleted roster. You can only have like a couple weapons, hopefully 2 on offense, and you're only going to have 1 real one on defense. That's it.
with some good role playing.
Right. I
basically.
think I forget. I want to say in the last 25 Super Bowls, the average winning quarterback is only like $9 million.
Wow.
But if they hit over like 20, I want to say 24, no, like they haven't gone back yet. Like Patrick, he's won his one on his rookie deal, signed that big deal, hasn't won one yet.
Facts. I remember seeing that too.
So like the higher paid quarterbacks, you tend to not go to the Super Bowl, statistic wise.
Interesting.
Because Tom
they don't
Brady
have
has won, and I think wasn't his like between 9 and 11 million?
His is always like, I think he gets more now because he signed like a 2-year $50 million deal. So, but he still didn't win it. You know what I mean? $25 million. He didn't win it that year. So
Interesting.
Weird statistics.
yeah, it's just weird, bro.
So if I could throw in a third team too, I'm gonna follow the Dolphins for sure.
I like Tua, and I think Tyreek has a good year.
Yeah,
I think they use him a little bit different than how Kansas City uses him. They still give him the deep ball, obviously, but give him more time and space.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be more free to do what he wants.
That too. Plus, I mean, you got. It's hard when you have a dominant tight end on your team too.
Yeah.
Like for us to have, like you said, like a really good wide receiver, we already have Mark Andrews, who's fucking 6'6", fucking 250. You know, so you have two dominant presence. That's always gonna help, but somebody's got to eat more than the other. Unfortunately.
Yeah. If I had to have a dark horse third team, I want to lean into the Philadelphia Eagles because I think they're going to be sneaky good this year with AJ. Because didn't they get AJ Brown?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're going to be sneaky good. But I'm going to lean into the Jaguars. A lot of second-year quarterbacks do great. I see great things from Trevor Lawrence, and he got some weapons now. Plus, Rashad Berry's on the team. Shout out to my little big brother.
Hey,
And I want to see the Jags do good for bias reasons.
Now he's on the team, and is there another person?
Nas Bohannon.
Yeah,
Is he also
Nas-
on the team?
Nas,
That's
yeah.
amazing. That's amazing. Two Lorraine products.
Shout out to Lorraine natives. Yep.
Lorraine natives.
Get to the first round of the playoffs. High hopes for y'all. Shit.
Might have to go to that game then.
For sure. All right, John. What else we got today?
So the second one on here was you had mentioned about Tory Lanez. He had a quote saying that 2022 hip hop and R&B isn't as good as in previous years.
Yeah.
And
trash.
Honestly, like I saw a tweet about music in 2013 or something. It was like the Billboard Top 10, and it was some fucking ass music. Like,
Do you remember any
bro,
of the names?
Macklemore was the first, Thrift Shop, and then he was also number 3. Some ass, bro. If that's 1 and 3, I think it was like some other people too. Would
Can I be real? And again, and y'all know I don't have nothing against gay people. I love the LGBTQ community. But I know that was during the Obama era. And can we be real? Macklemore is cool, but he wasn't that great of an artist.
well, he won over Kendrick Lamar. That won.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Do you
And
hear
Kendrick-
what you just said though?
I know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, again, like Thrift Shop was a good song and it was just catchy. And what was his other one? That I will change even if I try, like which was teaching, love is love pretty much, which I love the video to that song.
True.
But it was just like, Macklemore, I feel like he won more for agenda reasons versus actually being a better talent.
True.
That's just my opinion.
You got the
him-
list right here.
Yeah, so I'll just name a couple off. So Robin Thicke, Blurred Lines was number 2. You know the like the poppy
I'm fucking
beat.
Robin Thicke though.
They got sued over that.
Imagine Dragons Radioactive was 3.
That song was good.
The Harlem Shake, that was the Rage, that was 4. Macklemore Can't Hold Us, that's the piano song.
Like the ceiling can hold.
That's a good song. Justin Timberlake Mirrors.
How was that not number 1?
Yeah. Pink, Just Give Me a Reason, Bruno Mars, Florida Georgia Line, Katy Perry, Bruno Mars. So
These are all pop artists you named
very
too.
pop,
Like
yeah.
So that was pretty
Look
much a
up
pop.
hip hop though.
I don't know if I.
That's probably all Billboard.
Yeah,
So
this is-
You called it. That was Billboard 100.
I know what some Billboard 100 bullshit sound like when I hear
yeah,
it.
no, that's all I got right now.
I would say
Jay
lately.
Z is number 22. Holy Grail was
Exactly.
22.
Come on now.
what? Yeah, no.
And I'm sorry, that was better than the Katy Perry Roar song. Even though I did like that
That
song
shit
a
was
lot.
dope. I ain't gonna lie.
It was. I got the eye of the tiger.
But going back to what you're saying now with Tory Lanez saying this year, I kind of agree. Like this year has kind of been mid for music. I was like, I mean, of course, Kendrick Lamar. There was the Division. There was for me, personally, like Giveon. Like
That shit was fire.
those 3 like have been really highlights for me. But it's like at the same time, like, oh, what else?
I would say Joey's Badass album was pretty good. I'm still trying to give the Games album some time because that just came out, so
Yeah.
I can't say nothing about that.
He does.
He has
this.
30 songs on his album.
2 hours
and-
long.
Yeah, bro. Him and Chris Brown do that. They have like 30 song albums. Like, man, I want to listen to this. I really do. But this is a
It's a long
commitment.
time.
But you
It's a commitment.
got all these songs in your archive. Like, just let them go. That's what they're doing. Like,
Yeah, that's true too.
But why don't they do something like, and I know he dissed Eminem, but like what Eminem did, do a side A, side B, so that way I can digest it a little bit better. Like
Yeah,
I know I can listen
combine-
to this, but like you were getting at, just 30 songs, or like Chris Brown to do like a 40 song play. Like, bruh, that's a playlist. That ain't no damn album.
yeah. I mean, kind of Kendrick Lamar, his album too. He kind of did like a side A, side B, like with Morale and the Big Steppers though.
Yeah, and his was, he had the theme to it. Like for example, I listened to probably 10 songs on the Games album, and like the first 10. I go in order. I actually go.
I do too.
I like to do that because I don't want to jump around. If they had a certain, like Kendrick Lamar has a theme, and like J. Cole, he usually has themes and things,
like a story to tell.
Yeah, there's a story. And with the games, I can't recall. I don't think there was any like story or any like connection to the last song, and so that having 30 songs is kind of a lot to digest for listeners. Like, okay, well,
But in
Especially
his
with the
words-
one song being 10 minutes long. It's like, damn. You like,
Where he's dissing Eminem and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
he basically just talking on that shit.
For real. He was for a little bit, though.
He got beef with Eminem. Like, you don't think Eminem is like,
That good.
yeah.
I mean, I kind of agree with him. I don't think he's like as good as what some people say he is, but I don't think he's as bad as what some people say he is at the same time.
But does he really not like him when you call yourself the Black Slim Shady? You know what I mean? Because that's kind of
He's
a
kinda-
compliment to him in a weird
Yeah.
way.
He's kind of jocking him a little bit there doing that.
Because why
Have
would you
you
want to
heard
be the
this
Black
song?
Slim Shady if you don't like him?
Have you heard the song?
I couldn't listen to all 10 minutes. I couldn't. I was at work and shit, and people like I don't like being interrupted when I'm listening
Hell
to
yeah,
music.
especially if it's new. Yeah, I would say he was dissing him.
Who
yeah.
just gulped?
That was me, my fault. Shout out to Lizzo too, man. She been throwing some bangers too.
I ain't heard a new one, but I seen it on the charts.
I have this odd theory that all big people can sing and got pipes. I don't know what it is, but every big person that I've ever seen like actually
Throat
do their
goats,
thing.
huh?
I was just about to. That's why I looked over,
Throat
looked up. I was gonna
goats.
say sorry to the camera. They can just open up their mouths a little bit better.
Think about it, man. Barry White, deep, magical voice. Rod Wave, his newest stuff. People love.
Oh, shout
Rod
out to Danny or Isaiah Falls now. He's on Rod Wave's new album.
For real?
Yeah, we interviewed him like when we first started this podcast, so if you got a chance, go back and listen to it. His name was Danny Da Vinci then, but it's Isaiah Falls now. Like, he's doing big things.
He's actually he wrote a song on Rod Wave's album, and he was also the vocals on the
Yep.
album. That's awesome, man.
For sure. But yeah,
But
I'm trying to think.
before we move on, I align with you
Yeah,
that this music this year has been there. Because
Yeah.
I mean, even with Drake dropping that, honestly, never mind, it was cool. But
yeah. There's a couple that I think was it Sticky was on there. That was like one good song I liked on it.
Calling my name.
You like that?
that's my theme song.
my shit.
Yeah.
Beyonce's new album again, it's cool.
Beyonce is cool too. Yeah, that's what the
I
thing
need
is. Nothing's
visuals
blowing
of her.
me away.
Yeah, I
No,
haven't-
nobody shit's really blowing me away. I'm just.
I got a theory about Beyonce's album too, because in each of her albums that she lets out, there's this like theory of like the Four Horsemen. So if
Oh,
you're like into
I've
like
seen it.
that, and on the last one she has like the what is it, like a clear horse? It's like it's the last symbol of like the
Crystallized horse.
Yep.
Pretty much. The horse of, was that the death horse?
I want to say it was.
Pretty much, she like
Yeah,
I
about
was
to say,
getting
you're
at,
gonna
she's
have-
symbolizing each of the four horsemen that come with the apocalypse. Like her last four albums.
Oh
She's-
shit!
So basically, she's like saying like we're in end times now. So like her music is like speaking to something that's going on. So
She be trying to speak spiritually and biblically.
Oh, see, I haven't listened to. Yeah, I
listened
no
to a
offense.
little
I haven't
bit.
listened. I haven't listened to that album or probably any album
It's-
of hers of recent.
Her album is
to be
better
honest.
when it comes with visuals. Like I remember one year she did like an album where every song had a video, and I watched all of them. And again, her music is like enhanced with visuals. As crazy as it sounds, I can't just listen to Beyonce. I need to watch Beyonce.
yeah,
For me to
'cause-
fully
trying to watch
enjoy it.
Beyonce too, baby.
Jay-Z, don't kill me.
Wait, there was a verse in or a lyric in one of her songs on the new album said something about it's not your face, it's your money or something like about him.
oh, it was like a diss to. I don't think it was a diss to him though.
I think
I
they
mean,
playing on media.
You never know.
Yeah, yeah. Let the media eat it up. Like, oh yeah,
He said he's not cute, but he got money.
I think
Something, man.
I think stars know what the media is saying about them, and versus them being upset and actually attacking each other over it, they weaponize it, use it as content. Let them like, oh, see, we were kind of right. And they're trying to read into the lyrics and shit, and they're laughing back, collecting them's like, ha 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 ha, you dumb motherfuckers. Like,
Thank you for the extra views.
right? Thank
Yeah.
you for the content. You're giving us ideas. We ain't even got problems that you're trying to give us, and we're making money off the problems that you want us to have. Genius.
Yeah, I think a lot of celebrities do reach out to each other and like, hey, you said this shit, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Kind
then,
of like coordinate like
Right.
a beef
Or like
coordinate
maybe like your publicist or something got a hold of his, and you know, like, hey, did they really say this? And like, no, they're just spinning around. This is what really was said. This is the transcript, and this is what they're trying to paint. So I think I think they're mature enough to like, all right, if you really said this about me, either say it to me now or
Shit, if I was a publicist, like, hey man, this shit is running on social media. You trying to keep this shit going?
Yeah, see,
like,
like,
I talk to my client, you talk to your client, and again, they can just rap about each other, and then shit, it'll keep going, keep them relevant.
And the whole thing about, I think it was it. Of course, J. Cole mentioned it before, but some other artists mentioned like buying listens, buying those.
You can do that.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And,
Fuck yeah.
and like, just imagine that now. So we're in that space where it's not only they were going and I remember back in the day they someone would release an album and they go buy all the albums out and just to
Support their friend and
yeah,
shit.
support themselves. Shit, they're buying their own shit
And giving it out.
and now you can buy listens and now that's like, oh, this song's hot, but who's listening to it? Your fucking bots,
Yeah, payola and all that shit. That's what they use.
No shit.
Oh, and I actually seen this, speaking of beef, and I thought it was funny. Somebody wrote in a meme, they were like, 2 rappers beefing are just 2 grown men writing poems to each other.
That is fucking hilarious.
Right.
You think about it though.
Yeah. I mean, or they have ghostwriters writing beef for them. So
Yeah. Shout out to all the ghostwriters getting paid out there.
I think I would rather be a ghostwriter than an actual rapper.
Kind of be behind the scenes, kind of.
Okay, Missy Elliott. Till you want that shine, because that's what she did.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm getting money like them, then I really wouldn't give a fuck.
yeah, because some people are like good writers and some people are performers. Like
Right.
people who are rapping are like they can't really
Right, exactly.
come
Some
up
people
with
who,
the shit.
yeah, that's I think the problem with live concerts sometimes too is like they didn't write this, so they don't know how to like act it out. If that makes sense.
Or even use the right tone on a
Exactly.
certain...
Or deliver it the right way. Like some concerts I've been to are fucking. They've been pretty good, man. There's been some. I'm like, God damn it, why am I even here? I ain't been to a concert in 2 years though, man. I gotta change that soon.
MGK had his concert last night.
I seen that. Everybody was there.
Yeah, at the Brown Stadium. It was fucking packed, I guess.
Yeah, it was a lot of people. At least I know a lot of people that were there.
Nice, yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I like MGK shit. I mean, his new stuff. I mean, people are like, oh, yeah, Eminem made him switch. I'm like, but it was kind of like a good switch, I think. I think it was like, okay, MGK, like, exhausted the rap.
I think this is who he wanted to be the whole time.
Yeah.
Thank you. I agree with you 100%. Like, I feel like the rap lane was literally just a way for him to become
Get his
the
foot in the
artist.
door.
Yeah, but he's like a punk rock, that type of artist.
And
Like,
that's why I think he's always been that way. Like,
And he still incorporates like rap kind of like hip hop beats and things, and it's just he has all the guitars now, and he's adding that to it. And
painting his nails. And
Travis
shit like
Barker is his drummer, and they're doing amazing stuff.
that.
And,
Drinking blood together and shit.
Because you know who else did that?
Weird.
Post Malone. Like, he used hip-hop to become the biggest pop star,
True.
He started off as a White Iverson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was my shit.
Iverson.
Yeah.
You think he's the biggest pop star?
One of them. Not the, but
Okay.
one of them.
Who's the biggest pop star?
I think The Weeknd.
Yeah, he's up there for sure.
And now he be
But-
killing the shit, man.
But a lot of people, and of course, it was a little bit of the older generations during his, not this year, but last year when he was a Super Bowl performer. People were like, "Who the fuck is this? And what are they doing?"
Man, I sang everything
Oh
to the
my-
fucking. I was glued in front of the
Yes,
TV when The Weeknd was on it. My mom was like, "Shut the fuck up."
Hold on. People were asking who The Weeknd was?
It's lit. Well, the people that don't know hip hop or rap,
Generation above us.
You know what? I already know what. There you
Yeah.
go.
Like who's
It's
the
like,
weekend? The day
who-
after Friday, that shit. That's what
they're weird. He was like, they're weird. He's, he has an eclectic. He is kind of weird. He has that weird style of the videos, how they're like kind of gory and kind of different.
I
fuck with
dig
that.
him. I
Yeah.
dig him.
Yeah.
He has like this 80s vibe about him that he's bringing from Canada, and he's mixing in like 80s horror with it too. Like, I love his whole approach to the game. I do.
For sure.
Canada putting it on map now. Watch, they got Tory, they got Drake.
They got athletes coming out of Canada. Canada
yeah.
low key taking over. Still a part of the North America though.
They don't want no smoke with us. We'll fuck them motherfuckers up.
I don't know, man. They got motherfuckers on horses up there. Them
give a
motherfuckers
fuck.
real.
We got motherfuckers with machetes running around this bitch. What are you talking about?
Man, hold on, but they're a melting pot up there too. They probably.
Oh yeah, no, they speak like French. There's like 4 different languages up there. There's
know
like
the
French, obviously English, Spanish, and some.
Arabic too, because there's a lot of Arabics
yeah.
up there.
There's a lot of different. There's a lot of diversity up there.
They're right across the pond. They said basically the whole where we're at in Lorraine, it's like north. Literally north is like, and they have this line of cities, rows of cities that have like the majority of their population in that little sliver of land. If you look at a map, and everywhere else they have all that land. It's just provinces.
So
and
from
shit.
Put in Bay, where would you go then? You would keep going
You
north?
keep going
Just
north, like northeast.
Okay.
I think that'd be a fun trip to take Canada because I really don't want to leave the country with all this bad and weird shit going on in the world. Because y'all seen like cartels are taking over cities in fucking Mexico and shit. I'm cool on Mexico, Tijuana, all those spots.
No offense.
No offense. I'm cool. Y'all do y'all thing. Defend yourself. But
I'm trying to think how far it is from here. Like what, 3.5 hours, 4 hours?
Because you can get there from Detroit. You can go. You're in Detroit, and you can like take. There's a bridge, like a United States Canada bridge.
Or you can go through Buffalo, New York.
And Buffalo, yeah.
That
So
way.
we go either way. We have like kind of good. We can either go like the more scenic route, Niagara Falls, or go up through Detroit. And I don't know if it's.
isn't there a sign on the Detroit road where it says there ain't no re-entry though once you cross that shit?
I never seen that shit. So I don't know.
I will look it up.
You keep them. Shit.
I mean, I want a free healthcare anyway, motherfuckers. Bye.
All right, John. What else? What else we got
What else we
today?
got?
Let's see.
We ain't got to talk about Agent Orange if we don't want to.
No.
Okay, no, real quick
Big
though.
T.
Yeah.
So before the podcast,
No,
you guys were talking
Big
about the
T.
Earth speeding up.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so can we go into detail about that? Like, we're just having faster work weeks, or like, how is this?
I honestly, I feel
Scientists
like
are still looking it up.
Yeah, I would say whatever I'm gonna say is not 100% the truth. So this is just how I feel and what I think. I personally believe that our for a while now our days have been getting a lot faster, and I think now we're just picking up on it. I mean, there's been times where it's like it was just 1 o'clock. It's already 2:30 right now, about to be 3. Like that shit's going by freakishly fast until you don't realize it because we've already spent so much time just letting it go by. So much time's already been wasted in our lives. Just.
Because it's already August. Like this year is,
And that's what he was saying.
flown.
It's like it's already the middle of August. I just remember when it was the 2nd, like literally 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah. So we're in the middle of August. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and I've
crazy.
had this theory actually dating back to 2020, like right in the middle of the pandemic. I was just paying attention, bored, just paying attention to what's going on around me, and I'm like, the sun was always looking at like it's in a weird position. Same with the moon. And then I'm just realizing because I wanted to get out of Jamie's mom's house. We were there at the time before we moved in where we're at now, and how fast the time was going.
So that you say this in 2020, scientists recorded the 28 shortest days since 1960.
And I was peeping that shit. I'm like, why is time speeding up? And I was like, and I was telling Jamie this, and she thought like, I was just talking crazy talk or whatever. And I'm like, no, like I can feel it, I see it, and I can't explain it because I'm not a fucking scientist, but I know what the fuck sped up feels like.
No, I think the truth is coming out even more now because we're supposed to have ideally 13 months instead of this 12-month shit. And, like we're only supposed to have 28 days in each month
That would make sense.
per se. So yeah, we're following a whole different like time system and
Because
calendar system.
Because at one point in time, I remember reading in the news that they said that the Earth is like it was like off tilt.
They're
been
called
off
the
tilt for a
Chandler
while.
wobble.
And on top of that, I
sound like
think
a
there's
dance
something
move.
going on with the magnetic pool. The magnetic pool has sped up the Earth's rotation, and I think it being like off-centered or off-wobble is also attributing to that. Because you got to
Yeah.
figure once it goes like maybe towards this side more than right here, it kind of speeds differently.
I mean, so hypothetically, what the fuck we gonna do when that thing completely goes horizontal then?
Bruh,
Yeah.
thank God for gravity.
Yeah,
That's all I know.
they were saying that this article from Forbes is saying that the Earth is shaving like 1.5 milliseconds. I don't know if per year, maybe. So milliseconds. I mean, it's going to take millions of years for that to do anything. And probably by that time, we're going to be fucking hit by a
How many?
asteroid and shit.
We've already been in this motherfucker 2 million years, so that's why we starting to feel this bitch.
Yeah, but it's probably going to take 2 million more for us to really
Understand though, yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think now with the technology we got, I think we have a better understanding. I hope it doesn't
for
take
sure.
2 million fucking years, but
And it would be happening during a time where we're getting all these strange, like, alien sightings, too. Like, you know
I'm
what
telling
I mean?
you,
all
bro,
that
that
all this
n-
is happening at one time.
that new telescope we put out there, they done seen some shit. They've already seen some flying spacecraft. They know what the fuck's out there. That's the shit I want to see with them.
that telescope actually, that big ass, it's a whole thing. They had to ship it up in the space. Did we talk about this?
No.
We talked about this in
we-
person, I think.
They shipped it up. It's the size of a school bus, but they couldn't ship it up that way. They had to fucking decompress it and shrink it down and send it in a rocket, and it basically opened up. And they said if it opened up, it was like a $3 billion project. They were like, if it doesn't open up correctly, if something fucks up, it's like
fuck it.
You just got money to
Nobody
waste
can
like
do
that,
it.
though?
Nobody can be up there and fucking try to help it out.
Yeah.
They shrank the telescope though.
Well,
Yeah.
they basically folded it in to fit into this rocket. Then they said, okay, once they open it up in space, and it opened up correctly apparently. So there's all these projects that people have. Whoever made it, I forgot who exactly. I don't know. I don't think it's NASA. It might be NASA. Fuck, I don't know.
They had their hands in on it.
Yeah.
They always do with space shit.
They had actually a waiting list. They had people would submit their plan. Like, we want to use the telescope for X amount of days, X amount of years to study this, and they.
Okay.
And it was basically like a submission process. And there was a podcast I was listening to, and someone wants to focus on. There's a lava planet that rains rocks.
Yes, I've heard of this.
And they want to study the weather pattern there so they can figure out like an atmosphere like that. Like, holy shit, how
we ain't gonna never live there. So what's the point?
Yeah, I forgot. And that's something I really
Man,
wish I had that
just
part
in
of it,
case
'cause
a volcano does fuck off.
I mean, that's
she meant the scientists mentioned why it was important, and I don't have that. But
Because if Yellowstone erupts, we're fucked, ain't it?
I think we're kind of fucked. I
yeah,
mean,
that's what I'm saying. Because that's a
bit,
super
maybe.
volcano. So why study that? Like, you're not gonna save us.
Where's
from
it
a super
located?
volcano. I feel like that's a grab for grant
Is
money.
in
That's just my opinion.
Arizona.
Arizona.
Green.
'Cause don't they get grants for that shit?
Yellowstone's in.
Like government grants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds like an educated way to get a government grant.
Let's look. Hold on.
it's mostly in my Wyoming. Can I say that right?
Yellowstone?
Montana and Idaho. Yeah, so it's like kind of.
That'd be a nice trip to go to.
And speaking of unidentified objects, they had one over in Japan last month. There was like red lights in the sky they recorded, and then there was one over by Hawaii this week or last week. A squid-like ship that came up out of the fucking water and was sitting there for a second, and the bitch took off like they normally do. Which one?
So
Sounds like Stranger Things coming into real life.
literally,
I still need to watch that.
So good.
I've been watching The Boys.
So good.
Basically,
I just finished it all,
Here,
too.
Cliff.
I'm on season 2.
This is if Yellowstone would fucking blow up. I'm assuming the blue is very bad, and it looks like it ends like at the bottom of Texas. Like, so it's basically the entire United States would be kind of fucked.
So
It's in some way. I think they said like us, we would have like it would be lack of daylight. It would be so cloudy because of the atmosphere. But definitely those 3 borders of shit that would be pretty bad.
I mean, but can we also think about the catastrophic damage it's going to do to the atmosphere? Like, yeah, we're fucked, but you know what it's going to do to the ozone layer right above it? Everybody else going to get blasted by the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck soaking up all that cancer, because that's exactly what's going to happen. Direct rays. Mm-hmm. It's going to be hot for like 100 days and 100 years or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be glad I'm gone. I ain't trying to go
That's
through all
fun.
that shit.
The researchers are using a simulation software called ASHD. Man, come on, brother.
Bro.
We know it's gonna be fucked. ASH turns out results several times faster. Yeah, just
But you know what? And it's also like I know we're fascinated with space, and we don't want to go too deep underground because it's hot. But we know for a fact government has like facilities underground. Why haven't we been working for years on underground cities?
I think they already have.
Because
I think they have underwater cities along with that, though.
and I believe in that too. But why not make it public? Like, you know, you can literally. I feel like that can be monetized. Like, obviously, but like I know for a fact they have underground railroads where the train sits above, almost like in Wakanda. Have you guys seen Black Panther? How they travel? Except they're skinny railways that use magnetism, and they can get from one point to the next point in under 2 minutes. Like, somebody educated me on that. So we have train systems underground.
Yeah, like bullet trains.
Facilities underground. You wouldn't want to build something just in case of a catastrophic event where we can all live underground happily. Mind you, people will be shorter due to lack of daylight and vitamin D. But I mean, come up with some type of vegetation system where in soil, you know, you would think it'd just be worthwhile. Instead of going up, just go down.
yeah.
Yeah, I think all that exists, though. I think there's like a hole in the ocean, or in some part of the ocean you can go into, and on the other side is like a whole civilization full of like where the dinosaurs may be, or like.
You see the new King Kong?
I feel
Skull
like I have-
Island with the big.
No, the actual with was it the new
The
King?
prequel before he fights Godzilla,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, with Samuel.
There's like this thing he gets like trapped underground, and he like this big ass like hole takes him to like a different layer, and it's like all prehistoric like shit. I think that's like deep enough into the like in the ocean, or I mean, into the core, there's another like actual like Earth layer with like grass and like animals and water, bodies of water. Obviously, it's coming down from somewhere. So it's I kind of have like some type of theory like that.
Yeah, it's just hard because it's all covered, so there's no sunlight. Sunlight is needed to do a lot.
And my other thing is like the pyramids. A lot of pyramids are buried underground.
Underwater,
or underwater too.
Even on the sea floor, there's like these like pyramid shaped things that are like, I don't know,
almost kind of like Travel to the Center of the Earth. Y'all remember that movie?
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's kind of like that, yeah.
And y'all are right, because there are like underwater pyramids and shit. Like, but who's to say like the water like risen over the years? I mean, glaciers are melting now. They could have melted back then and just washed over the earth.
I think that's true, but some like the amounts of sand that you see, like it's like 300 feet deep in sand. Like how? Like that's. I mean, over time I get it, but like if some of these pyramids are still standing up 5,000 years later, then like how is this much sand generating? And not burying that same thing.
You know what I'm impressed by? The fact that the pyramid can keep its shape underwater. You would think like due to water debris and just erosion, like those things would break up over time. So what the fuck material were they using to even build these damn pyramids to be solid underwater? I don't even think they were planning for that. You know what? If the earth just so happens to flood, nigga, these bitches need to stay.
Yeah.
So they know we was here.
Like I say, whoever built them know exactly what they were doing. Like
ahead of their time.
I was watching Ancient Aliens, bro. I'm getting lost on that show, man. That shit be having me going, have my mind racing. I'm like, all right, if they did this and then that did that, so how the fuck did that get over here? Because like for instance, there's some stones in like the pyramid that they literally had to travel miles and miles and miles away just to get that like type of like granite and that stone on the things. It's like, damn, y'all done traveled 50 miles for all these big ass boulders just to put them here and then pick them up in the goddamn air. Fuck that. Gotta be a little bit more into it.
Yeah.
Where's that place with all like the presidential heads?
That's in Vermont.
Yeah, for
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore. Yeah.
Well, it's like
That's
not
in
Mount
the
Rushmore, but like
Dakotas.
there's like actual like all the presidents like just like these giant stone heads of them.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that neither.
Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up.
Because the Mount Rushmore, that's in the Dakotas, right? Like North Dakota.
yeah,
South Dakota.
yeah.
It's not Easter Island. Hold on.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, bro.
Which I heard it's not even that exciting to see like in person. I guess.
Oh, this is what it
pictures
is.
are better than
It's
in person.
Virginia's eerie abandoned president heads.
What the fuck?
Y'all ever see this?
Bust
Let me
of.
see that.
It's like bust of all the presidents.
Please tell me y'all seen that because
No. It's abandoned. What do you mean abandoned? Or someone just did it and
it's,
bounced?
it's
This
not
is
there
weird.
anymore. Yeah, you want to type it in on Google.
So it's like a graveyard, pretty much, of all the recent presidents.
I don't know if they're like all the recent presidents, but the ones we've had, I guess. I don't know.
I peep Obama ain't in there. So what is this? Good old boys only club?
Wow, I looked. I typed in
Good boys
abandoned, and president's heads was the first thing that popped up.
See,
Like you would think in Virginia, Williamsburg, Virginia.
Williamsburg.
How big is Trump's? I bet he
Following
got a big
there?
old stone.
Be huge.
Did they spray paint it
Be
orange?
huge.
It'd be so freaking huge. You can see it from your mama's backyard.
Freaking huge.
Dude, it's almost like someone was like practicing like making busts, and they're like, but these things are fucking.
those are huge.
These
Yeah,
the
she's
first
tall.
picture didn't look that big. That didn't look that big, but now
That's
I
what she
see
said.
it.
Does it say how tall each one is?
No, but they're
Look, people say next to it.
Look,
That's got to be over like 20 feet tall.
Bruh.
Goddamn.
yeah. That's. And I think there's only like doesn't look like there's 50 of them there, but there might be.
Is that Eisenhower?
Yes.
Why they do
This
his
is
head like
FDR, Eisenhower. I don't know these other people. Grant, maybe.
That's Ulysses S. Grant.
Brother.
Shut the hell up.
John, brother.
I'm kidding. This kind of like Conor McGregor. Shit. This guy
Greg, what you doing out there?
kind of got a bullet hole in his head.
You know
You
what's
good, brother?
weird? I did it the other week where I went back because I just wanted to test like my presidential
Who's this guy?
knowledge.
He looks mad.
I was just about to say that. You know, like how many people you
Kind of like
just
Travis Scott. I ain't gonna.
you wouldn't even imagine who was president, like their names and just I don't
Yeah.
know. We got a lot of weird presidents.
This guy in the corner.
He look mad.
Look like Thanos. What you talking about?
He do with hair. Human Thanos.
And a lot of them aren't smiling because I guess like back then the dental system was like they all had terrible teeth.
Yeah, they said Thing had wooden teeth. Lincoln.
Lincoln?
No, Washington.
Washington.
I think it
One
was
of them niggas. I don't know.
Washington had slave dentures. Like he would take the teeth from his slaves and use them as dentures.
That's even more
Yeah,
fucked
that's
up.
a real story.
You should have just left it with Lincoln, asshole.
At least he tried to help, I think.
Now, have y'all actually read Lincoln's life? Like somebody posted like
Yeah.
a short thing of Lincoln's life, like his like major events in his life. That motherfucker, he went through some shit.
He did.
He went through some shit.
He had bouts of like depression. He was like getting ready to kill himself.
Plenty. Actually, didn't he try like and was like, but like failed?
Yeah. There was that. Then there was times where he actually, his family like took his razors, like shaving razors away from him. Like they didn't trust him.
Because
He was so invested in like doing like public good. He was making these promises and he couldn't keep them. And it was kind of like, just showing you that someone could be a failure, quote unquote, in one instance, and then years later he's signing shit to free slaves and going to war over that shit. And
because he did definitely fail forward as far as like his his comings, but like just his personal life. Didn't he lose like 2 wives? He lost like a sibling young.
I think he lost like a brother or something like that. Yeah.
He I feel for him. Like when I read that story, I felt for him. Like ouch.
Yep. Yeah, and they're just like us. It was just 200 years ago. You know what I mean? They're going through their same dramas and issues, health issues, and
A lot of health issues back then.
I bet.
They were saying Benjamin Franklin, they discovered that he had 15 bodies found in his house in the basement.
nuh-uh.
Yeah,
What?
I believe that. Yeah. Oh, he was a nasty guy too. He was not as all cracked
Damn.
up what he was meant to be. He was a nasty, mean mother.
Ben Frank.
Ben Frank.
$100 bill.
That's why he looked like he's on the $100 bill. Like, you sure you want to do that?
He a dastardly bastard.
You demon.
Yeah, so.
Demon time.
What time are
We're
we at
we're
right now?
50 minutes. Well, about 50 minutes. Cause we
Okay, well, a
have
couple more topics and we'll wrap it up. Yeah.
I want to talk real quick then. I was watching that Moon Knight. Y'all seen Moon Knight?
Not all of it.
No,
Nope,
not all
I
of
have
it.
not seen any of it.
Okay, so if you've seen it, you know it's about Egyptian shit already.
Yep.
So it's kind of staying on topic. But they had to basically find this lost, I don't know, like the gods. Every god had their own like human presence, and then like the actual god figure what they were. One was stored away for like a super long time. It was supposed to be a myth that this was not even like a real god. But it ended up being in the lost chamber of Giza, and it was Alexander the Great. And they said that they said he wasn't really Egyptian or nothing like that.
Oh.
So it got me thinking, like, man, where? I don't want to explain it. How much, like I said, how much shit do we have like that's lost that we can't find of people like like let's say Christopher Columbus. Was he really who he was, or like was he portrayed something else now that
The
we're
history books can
right?
lie.
It's like, when you think of Alexander the Great, you don't think of Egyptian work at all.
Right,
But they
right.
said he was like the first actual pharaoh in the show, at least.
Yeah. No shit. He was like, I think he was like European. Like he was definitely European.
And that's what got me thinking. I'm like, man, what if they changed the narrative of that? What if he really was Egyptian?
Yeah, there is a lot of, no offense, whitewashing with history, and you just never. I'm sorry, John.
Sorry, I get it.
Franco.
And yeah, definitely.
Franco likes this.
It makes you think. I'm totally on board with that. Totally on board because I didn't learn about Mansa Musa till like I was like 18. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
I was like, oh, really?
Well,
There
even
was
last week, the peanut butter, whitewashed. Sorry,
Man.
I had to bring it up.
man.
We can't have nothing. God damn it.
No, it just got me thinking, like, man, just how much history do we not know? Like, there's got to be so much shit, and like we said, under the water, in space. Like, how much information are we not being told, and how much can we actually obtained? Like, how much can we like actually process with our own fucking brain?
Right, because I'm still wondering, like, the unknown soldier where they literally guard his body 24/7, 365. What's his story? Why is he so guarded? Or the Vatican? I feel like they have very important knowledge in there. Like they literally have sections of books you are not allowed to read. Ooh, they're only like available to the Pope. Why? Why?
Well, then
It's
there's even books
knowledge.
that are written in languages we don't even understand, like the
Really?
heavy Latin or like prehistoric Latin. We can't even decipher what
the,
the fucking book is.
Are the Emerald Tablets?
See,
Yeah.
see.
Want to read about those too?
So it's there, but we just don't
We
understand.
don't. That's
it.
what I'm
Like,
saying. How much can we fucking actually?
But we
It's a very-
have technology to decipher it. Like we have supercomputers that we literally have programmed with AIs to decipher everything. Why don't you have those? Like upload the
If
text
we
and
just don't know
have
the
it translated.
Yeah, we just don't know the language. If the language didn't survive record, it's like, well, it's gotta be something. Same thing with the pyramids. How the fuck did it get there? We don't know. It's like.
And the fucking writing on them. Like, they're still writing on the walls that no one knows about the hieroglyphics and shit. There's some shit that people literally, I don't know what the fuck this means at all.
That's just, there's no way to get it back, and it's just kind of part of the history of the world.
That's why I really wish we could time travel like that, man. I would go back there and see what the fuck, like, how it was done, how to, like, understand what they're doing, understand what they're saying. Like, oh my God, it'd be so crazy. I gotta go to Egypt before I die. It's just, seems like so much fun.
Right. I believe we have time travelers among us, and I believe they were discovered. I wonder if they have certain sanctions where they're not allowed to say certain shit. You know what I mean? For instance, like The Simpsons, I'm going to take for a main example. They believe the creator of that show is a time traveler because of all the things he's predicted.
He has predicted some shit.
Yeah, trying to give us hints.
Kind of like frame by frame predicted.
Yeah,
like
literally.
that's some like scary shit.
And I wonder if he's doing it in a chronological order where we're allowed to digest it, or does he have sanctions on him? It's like, look, okay, you can't go back. We allow you to live amongst us, but you better not give away too much that we're not ready for. You know what I mean? Because the
Or
government they be on ass.
Or like how Marty McFly went back in time with the sports book, and they had all the sports games and everything beforehand.
Oh,
But you don't want to mess up like this timeline if you do that though, because you might.
Well, he
tell
was just
someone-
betting on the games.
Yeah.
So when they got back to the future, he was fucking mad rich because he would bet on every game, point spread, all that shit.
I've never watched that.
I would do that shit though.
Yeah.
You never watch Back to the Future?
At least watch the first
hell
one.
out of here.
No, watch all of
Yeah,
them.
watch all of it. It's such a
Got
classic
to.
series.
Yeah, as you said, I'm like, wow, that's kind of funny that he did that.
It's okay.
Yeah, I mean-
Watch the first one. If you can get past the first one, you might like them all. I
I
have a
watched
hard
it.
time watching the third.
And I worked at Family Video, so I'm like, oop, I probably shouldn't be like, I haven't watched any movies, but I think I watched it like at work. It was like behind me, but I really wasn't like, I never
Paying attention.
Yeah, I never sat down and watched it, but that's kind of fun.
You can see where the original idea came from for the Nike mags and everything. What else is in there? Man, they got so many like gems in there as far as like the things we enjoy outside of that movie. It's dope. His whole fit, Rick and Morty, we got from them.
Rick and Morty.
Oh, really?
Rick and Morty. Rick and
Yeah,
Morty.
Yeah, you know,
Is it based on it?
look at them though. Rick and Morty, two guys
Oh.
traveling in space together. Like,
And then if you go watch Back to the Future, you're gonna be like, wow.
And the one dude's name is Morty,
No shit.
and Back to the Future.
Marty, Morty, kind of
It's Marty. Yeah.
Marty McFly. So
No
yeah.
shit. That's wow. I didn't even.
But they're not related in the movie.
Right. Gotcha.
Another crossover too. Now that we're doing like that type of shit. So if you watch Stranger Things, you ever seen Monster House?
Love Monster House. My son loves
They're
it.
saying that's like a real version of Monster House. If you look at the characters though, like
But
they
it's
end
like-
up back at Vecna's house, and like Monster House looks like Vecna's house where he was.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like I don't know,
Did you know that
odd coincidence.
Better Call Saul and
Breaking Bad. That's,
they're in the same city?
yeah. No, it's the same
It's a
universe.
spin-off.
Yeah, it's like the spinoff from it.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I thought it was like its own shit, and like they're just like
I don't know what the ending just happened. I haven't watched it yet, but
Okay.
I'm assuming it's probably going to either lead up to, if it hasn't already, like mixed in with the Breaking Bad show, or it's going to lead off to, because it was like a prequel.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like same time frame, like same city, same event, like some shit that's happening over here might happen in here. Okay, that makes more sense. though.
That was kind of funny because you saw how he was like this lawyer. He started up, and it was kind of because in the show he was so like goofy and fucking like he was in his way already. So they
Right,
kind of
right.
showed him how he got to who he was.
Okay.
That's
That's what I thought. I thought low key it was two different people, but it's the same person then. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, no, I thought that was over my head.
But well, fellas, we're at about an hour. You want to wrap it up here? We'll do a mental
Oh,
health check.
damn. We went through that
Time,
shit.
So
time flying shit.
time traveling,
Earth,
baby.
Earth
I
is
literally
spinning
feel like
fast.
We
Fuck
just
it.
started this shit
Time
like
is
15
traveling.
minutes ago.
We probably did. Just everything's going faster now, so it's fine.
Yep, sped up.
So you said mental health. I'll go first. I'm better than I was the last couple of weeks. We could bump my number up to probably like 7.5. I got told by a couple close friends of mine that I'm starting to look a lot happier today than I was 6 months ago. So,
I agree.
So I really appreciate that. I really kind of put my mind space in a way better spot yesterday going into today, and hearing it again now. I know I can just keep continuing just being who I am, and keep living this life, man. I can't stop, won't stop.
P Diddy.
Shout
out P Diddy.
Can't stop.
P Diddy, we got a seat for you if you ever want to come on.
Hey, you're
His name is Brother Love.
brother.
No, he changed his
He
name
changed
again.
his
Yeah, illegally changed his name.
Sorry,
Yeah.
brother. Damn, brother, I didn't know.
But yeah, I'm good, man. We got kickball tomorrow.
You're
Hopefully, finish that game, and then we'll play the championship tomorrow too.
Yep.
So next week, y'all, if you hear from us,
Yeah, and then next week I got 2 championships. I got kickball and softball. My regular season ended this week. We locked up the 3rd seed in kickball and softball. So
nice. When's your championship?
Friday.
Oh, so by Saturday.
yep, I'll be either the 2-time champ or a 2-time loser. I don't know yet.
As far as me, I'm gonna stay right at a 6. Again, life is coming at me fast, coming at me hard, but you know what? In a positive light, it's just making me uncomfortable, which is something that I'm always inviting to in my life. It's just nerve-wracking. You know what I mean? And it's a little unstable, but at the end of the day, that comes with the territory of growth and elevation, and I just can't wait for this period to be done. But trusting source, I'm trusting the universe around me. I got my guys with me, so I can't really be too down about it, but I am at a 6 and hopefully still treading in the right direction. It seems that way. I'm just holding out hope, and I'm happy.
Yep, just gotta keep pushing forward. Like we said, it's already halfway through August, so shit's coming fast. What winter fucking approaching?
Winter's coming.
Winter's coming. That boy coming.
Chill, Game
So
of
the
Thrones start.
Targaryens.
Yeah, it comes next week, nigga.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, see?
next Sunday.
Look at me. I'm like a TV guy.
Who's ready for incest and blood?
Straight off the B-roll. 30 seconds in the show.
See.
Oh no, this family is all about incest.
Yeah,
Really?
they are.
Oh yeah, no, dead ass. Like they
Yeah.
try to keep their
You didn't
bloodline
pick
pure.
up on that in the show?
Yeah,
No, I
because
only
you
watched-
want to keep your purity of your bloodline.
They thought, they thought that meant like staying within your
Family.
That's
yeah.
not what that means.
at all.
And I mean, they actually did that in real life back then. Like most times, royal families.
Well, like Jamie and Cersei, their brother and sister, they had 3 kids together.
They said, "You're Jamie." I was like, "What's he about to say?"
Yeah.
That's from Game of Thrones.
Like, bro, what's happening? No.
But no, yeah, like Jon Snow and Daenerys was technically, I think, nephew and aunt.
Really?
Yeah, they were. Yep,
Oh.
and that blew my mind too. I was like,
See.
that was later in the seasons. I was
Really?
like, so what?
Oh, see, I only watched the first season. I don't even remember it, to be honest.
First episode, the brother and sister are fucking in the tree, and then they kill Bronn. Well, they try to kill Bronn.
Oh.
That's how he ended up in the wheelchair.
Yep, the whole fucking show
Ah.
ends up in a wheelchair. The whole show, but then he comes to 3-Eye Raven, so you can see the future.
That's crazy.
Damn.
John, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. We went to Put in Bay yesterday.
My first time.
Did you enjoy yourself?
It was
Though?
really your first time.
Yeah, I swear to God. I
fuck outta
wasn't joking about that.
Liar.
Shit. No. Did I enjoy myself? Yeah. It was a little bit on the crowded side, I felt like.
That's what my dad said.
But I was kind of anticipating it too, being one of the last nicer weekends. So,
True.
would I go again? Yeah. Would I go again? Probably today. No. Maybe like a couple more weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was shout
this
out
is-
to my boy Jake. I seen him. We seen a booty shaking contest.
Fell in love.
Man,
Fell-
that boy Jones.
Hey, look, I'm telling you, I was a scout. I scouted the girl that won. I'd seen her before they even started. I was like, yeah, she gonna win.
You know
Dead
what's
ass.
even better? I got to be a judge.
What?
Yeah, I think my previous 2 visits, not my last visit, but the visit before that, I went with my guys, and the DJ was fucking with me just really hard. He was like, hey, brother, he was like, you know what ass look like. He was like, you be the judge. So I got to be the judge for the whole fucking contest, and I was like, yes.
Bro.
I don't think I wouldn't. I would want to be a judge, but not what they were doing yesterday. They were like splashing water.
Yeah, it was
like,
a lot
It
going
was just a
on.
lot of It was.
That sounds wild.
Yeah, it was. It kind of. It was gonna get wild. There was a wet T-shirt contest after that. We had to go.
Yeah,
My
we
dad
did.
said it was wild. I heard my uncle was out there wild, and him and my mom took some shroomies.
Really?
Oh, yeah, they was off the shroomies yesterday.
Interesting. That's okay. Now it makes
Sounds
sense.
familiar.
No, it was cool. It was a fun day yesterday. Everybody was cool. No drama.
No rain?
Nope.
No. We missed rain. I really thought we were gonna get rained down. I was trying to be like
That's
meteorologist.
crazy. We
I'm
like just missed it though.
Yep.
literally, it did not hit us at all. So we're very thankful for that. But as far as like this week, it was like I said, like we all talked about, going quick. Everything's going quick right now. I got 100% on my grant writing final, so
Let's
I got
go.
2 classes left, and then I'm done. Or 2 classes left, and then I'm done with my fucking master's.
I'm so proud of you, my fucking nerd. Keep being nerdy.
So yeah.
So then we're done with school, right? No more.
After this, probably yeah. After December, I probably will be done. But we'll
Probably.
have to see.
Hear this probably.
You gotta keep the door open like Tom Brady, you know.
Okay.
Never any absolutes. You might miss it. Might want to go back.
Might need it, might need it anything in the future, but any knowledge that I might need. But as far as a number, I'll say, let me go with the 8.
That's good.
Solid 8. What about you, Ash?
I can agree. I'm at like an 8. Yeah. Again, I'm taking like a mental health break from social media. Of course, I may not even go back this time. Honestly, just like my sense of happiness and understanding is like way greater without having to constantly like look on Facebook, look on Twitter, look on Instagram. Look, I mean, I have Snapchat still and like TikTok, but like that's minor. But I just feel more whole as a person, like not having to go check those apps all the time. So, yeah, I'm at an 8. Life's good. Yeah, man, I really can't complain about anything. Yeah.
Evil smile over here because I know exactly the feeling that you got over there. That Snapchat life, because I don't even get on TikTok, is nice. And I've been actively more on Facebook because thanks to Jacob, I jumped down the damn rabbit hole. Come on, Cliff, get online, share our shit. You got to do your part. Fine, and that literally.
Why that motherfucker never retweeting shit on fucking on Twitter then?
I don't know, but he literally opened the gate to me being online more. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to get annoyed by it. And that's how I got off the first time. Like I annoy myself off of social media because when I see small brain thinkers, people saying illogical shit or just dumb shit, I'd be like, you know what, this shit is like not good food for my brain because I look at social media like brain food, and if I'm not getting nothing, bye.
Yeah. Right now my feed is all golf shit because I'm just trying to.
Man, yours. That's all I care about right now. I might still go today, actually, because I don't know. That's a relaxing, but yet like humbling sport because like it's just you versus you out there, learning how to swing, learning how to putt, learning how to
be one with the green.
Exactly.
Oh, speaking of golf, I got free golf clubs because my previous employer who just sold the business, he was like, anything back here you want, you can have, and if you can sell some of this shit, you can keep all the cash. I was like, oh, bet.
What?
Took the golf clubs. He was like, I was like, what you want for those? He was like, you can have them, and along with the ones over there, I was like, shit.
Right-handed set too?
Yes.
Nice.
I need another driver, but outside of that, I'm pretty good.
So your boy's good to go golfing. I know it's.
Let's go. We gotta go. You gotta come with us next time, and Gabe too, because Gabe, he's like, I gotta wait till.
Well, he has to go with Benny and RJ.
Oh yeah, like I said, you gotta go with the right group.
Yeah, I gotta go with the right guys. Because when I come on with y'all, I'm shitting on y'all. I just want y'all to know that I'm coming. When I'm coming for y'all, I'm coming right at your necks.
I ain't even played yet.
I can't be the worst one. I can't even be the worst. Exactly. So we in the same boat. So we can do this.
I know I'm shitty, but I can't sit here and say I'm gonna get shitted on.
No, I'm gonna be like Tiger in 01, baby.
Yeah. I want to see. Yeah, I'm from Mississippi. I'm from the Show Me State. Beat my ass.
Oh my god, yeah.
Well, fellas.
Yep, this has been an episode of It's On Us. Again, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and go check out our pages. Spotify, Apple, Podbean, wherever you listen to podcasts. Thank you to our sponsor, the Creative Genius brand. Make sure you guys go shop online for our merch under the tab It's On Us. We'll be back next week. Jacob will be back also. So
full house.
Fuck you, Jacob. But
Sounds good. And Cliff, you got a gem for us today?
Sure. I always got a gem in my back pocket for the audience. Ooh, I like this one. We aren't good or bad at anything we haven't tried.
Ooh. Period. That's how I feel about golfing. What's up?
Melissa Arnett.
Let's go.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you guys for listening. Bye. And that is going to wrap it, guys. The episode is finished. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to like it, share it with your friends and family, and be sure to follow us on all our social media pages at IOU Podcast 440. Again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the continued support. We'll see you soon. Bye.